Have you ever entered a space with a good heart and a gentle smile, only to feel the atmosphere grow chilly for no obvious reason? You offered kindness. You aimed for peace, not conflict. Still, faces seemed to harden, voices became quiet, and the group appeared to tighten against you. Driving back, one question circles in your mind. What went wrong? If that feeling is familiar, this message is for you. Sufi wisdom starts with a mirror. Each heart is one. What we perceive in another person isn't just them. It is our own inner world reflected back at us on a surface. Ibn Arabi explained that existence is a single reality, but the hearts looking at it are many. Each heart tints what it sees with its own shade. This explains how one person can be loved and hated in the same moment. It's why your quietness might feel like compassion to one and judgment to another. You did not alter. The mirrors did. Recall a time you chose a new beginning. You were warm in your greetings, you listened instead of speaking, you gave others room, you kept your voice calm and your gaze kind. Still, one person called you proud, another found you distant. A third claimed you were not genuine. You thought, if I'm in error, just say so and I will change. If I erred, point it out and I will correct it. But nobody explains, they just react. This is the Sufi secret. The mind doesn't see the world directly. It first sees its own contents, then it projects those meanings onto what is outside. When someone holds onto an old hurt, your very being can touch that sore spot with no intent from you. If a person feels inferior, your confidence can seem like an attack. If someone has built their life on a fragile narrative, your truthfulness feels like a risk. If someone is hiding from their own mess, your orderliness can feel like an accusation. You didn't condemn them. Your presence without a word challenged their narrative. The reflection did the work, not you. This is often why those who judge the least are judged the most. Those who try to avoid hurting others often receive the most cutting words. Those who carry a silent kindness frequently attract the most intense projections. You are not unlucky. You are not flawed. You are just standing before mirrors that have dust on them, and the dust is controlling the story. So what is your move? The first step is not to argue. The first step is not a defense to protect your reputation. The first step is to ground yourself in a reality more stable than the room. Your value is not determined by a group vote. Your true motive is seen in a place where no panel can meet. God understands the core of your motive before you even articulate it. When that awareness is alive in you, a new sense of calm settles on your face, and that calm is the start of your liberation. Now we must talk about light. Most believe light is only a comfort. Light is warm. Light is inviting. Light is soft on the skin and easy on the vision. This is sometimes correct, but Sufi teachers remind us that light also exposes. When you've been in a dark room for a long time, the real sun is painful before it is pleasant. The eyes shut, the head throbs, the body resists. This isn't the sun being mean. It's because we were not used to reality. When you carry honesty, you carry a small piece of the sun. You don't show it off. You don't even direct it. You just exist with a pure intention. And suddenly, things are seen clearly. Small plans seem petty. Tiny deceptions are harder to maintain. The person with two faces starts to worry. Old envies that were asleep start to wake up. Nobody enjoys being exposed without their permission. Some will name you as the source of the trouble. Some will huddle and whisper in corners. Some will try to block the window you represent. You said nothing. You didn't point any fingers. The clarity in you simply met the confusion in them, and the confusion stirred. This is why those who carry love can be met with hate for no clear reason. Love softens the soil and pulls buried items to the top. That pulling up can look like rage at first. That release can lash out at the thing that caused it. You were just trying to be supportive. You were just offering a hand. You were just trying to be stable while they felt unstable. To a person who is shaking, your stability can feel like a deep insult. They sense their own void and aim that feeling at you. You are left holding the pieces, wondering what you did. Often, your only error was shining in a place where shadows were not prepared to see themselves. This is the second step. Do not fade. Do not make your own lamp dimmer to comfort people who like the shadows. You don't need to force your clarity into their view. You don't need to lecture and point. You don't need to identify anyone's faults. Just carry your light responsibly. Keep your motives clean. Let your bearing be humble. Do not advertise your innocence or market your own goodness. The harder you work to show you are good, the more you play their game of reflections, and the more you get lost in their angles. Some of you might say, but I am weary of being misunderstood. I'm tired of being the convenient scapegoat. I'm tired of being the one who always yields first and says sorry first. Then listen, you are permitted to set limits. You are permitted to walk away from rooms where your clarity is treated like an offense. You can say, I will not make myself small to fit. Limits are not a failure of love. Limits are the form that allows love to remain love. Sufis prize adab, the correct conduct for a state. Adab with yourself means you don't betray your heart to sit at a table where you don't belong. Adab with others means you do not shame. You do not unmask. You do not make a spectacle of being correct. Adab with God means you keep your focus on Him even when others are looking away from you. This threefold adab is how you hold light without exhausting yourself and without scorching those around you. There is a third query. If others see you wrongly, who validates you? If the world calls you selfish, who is aware of your giving? If rumors paint you as insincere, who witnesses your private prayers? The Sufi reply is simple but deep. Your Creator knows you. The names people give you are just fog. Even the name you give yourself is incomplete. You know yourself by your motive at best. God knows you before your motive. He decided which of His attributes would flow through you. He judges your heart with a measure you cannot see. This is not running from accountability. It is going back to the only court that matters. When you go back to that court, a new stillness is born. You cease needing to justify yourself to every opinion. You stop counting who was for you and who was against you. You stop chasing the person who hears everything through an old injury and then makes you responsible for their pain. You start to trust the gradual, precise work that happens inside you when you keep your focus on God. The work is plain but not easy. Protect your intention, purify your speech, honor your word even when no one is watching, ask for pardon quickly, offer pardon quickly, vanish from the debate that seeks to box you in and stop your growth. Now we must discuss projection practically. Here are the clues that someone is projecting onto you. You speak a simple sentence and they reply to a sentence you never said. You take a little time for yourself and they accuse you of being angry. You offer a small piece of your truth and they claim you are making it all about you. You create a boundary and they call it a betrayal. In every instance, the person is arguing with an internal voice that was there long before you showed up. Your words stir their past. Your limit stirs a story where they were abandoned. Your quietness stirs a story where they were ignored. You cannot heal a wound you didn't create. You can only decline to be the character they want you to be. There is a third query. If others see you wrongly, who validates you? If the world calls you selfish, who is aware of your giving? If rumors paint you as insincere, who witnesses your private prayers? The Sufi reply is simple but deep. Your Creator knows you. The names people give you are just fog. Even the name you give yourself is incomplete. You know yourself by your motive at best. God knows you before your motive. He decided which of His attributes would flow through you. He judges your heart with a measure you cannot see. This is not running from accountability. It is going back to the only court that matters. When you go back to that court, a new stillness is born. You cease needing to justify yourself to every opinion. You stop counting who was for you and who was against you. You stop chasing the person who hears everything through an old injury and then makes you responsible for their pain. You start to trust the gradual, precise work that happens inside you when you keep your focus on God. The work is plain but not easy. Protect your intention, purify your speech, honor your word even when no one is watching, ask for pardon quickly, offer pardon quickly, vanish from the debate that seeks to box you in and stop your growth. Now we must discuss projection practically. Here are the clues that someone is projecting onto you. You speak a simple sentence and they reply to a sentence you never said. You take a little time for yourself and they accuse you of being angry. You offer a small piece of your truth and they claim you are making it all about you. You create a boundary and they call it a betrayal. In every instance, the person is arguing with an internal voice that was there long before you showed up. Your words stir their past. Your limit stirs a story where they were abandoned. Your quietness stirs a story where they were ignored. You cannot heal a wound you didn't create. You can only decline to be the character they want you to be. Many believe Hat inner work will cause everyone to like them. Often the reverse is true. The more you align with truth, the more you will agitate what is false. The more you select compassion, the more you will trigger unresolved frustration. The more you cultivate stability, the more those who thrive on chaos will attempt to destabilize you. Anticipate friction. Anticipate being misread. Anticipate being labeled as something you are not. Anticipate being adored for reasons that are not accurate either. Both the compliments and the criticisms are temporary. Allow them to fade. They are just the weather. You are constructing a home. How do you construct it? You build it with daily refinement. List 3 things you are thankful for each morning. Identify one person to forgive before you sleep. Say one true thing with compassion each day. Spot one projection you made yourself and correct it. Ask for one unneeded weight to be lifted from you. Present your intention to your Lord with plain words. Do not try to impress God. It's impossible. Let your prayer be as raw as your pain. There is also an art to being present. When you walk into a room, take one deep breath and loosen your jaw. Let your shoulders drop. Place your focus on the person before you, not on the narrative about them in your mind. If you catch yourself trying to act good, pause and go back to your breath. You are not required to persuade anyone. You are only required to be authentic. The body can assist the heart. A calm posture signals to your nervous system that it can stop preparing for a fight. A gentle look invites a real conversation, not a battle of egos. These small decisions let your light be a guide, not an interrogation lamp. You can still be wounded. People might still prefer the dust on their own mirrors over the cloth in their own hands. When this occurs, do not allow resentment to take root. Resentment is only old pain that was never prayed over. Move the pain, write it out, walk it out, weep it out, pray it out. Do not build a house for it. Let it travel through. Your heart has a purpose. It cannot fulfill its purpose if its rooms are clogged with old smoke. Some of us hold a solitude we cannot describe. You are with others but feel invisible. You are busy but feel stuck. You are giving but you feel judged. Listen carefully. You might be in a time of divine protection that feels like isolation. Have faith in this period. Use it to grow, not to harden. Study a skill. Read a good book with care. Memorize a brief passage and let it color your day. Serve someone who can never pay you back. Create a small moment of beauty that no one else will ever notice. These are all methods to reject the lie that says, if no one applauds, you have done nothing. I wish to go back to the first query. What did I do? The real answer is often very plain. You were present. You were there in a way that showed what was being concealed. Your clarity set off a response that belonged to them. You were not at fault, but you are still accountable. You are accountable for holding your clarity with caution. You are accountable for not letting your own pain transform you into the very thing you faced. You are accountable for keeping your gaze on the one who sees you without any distortion. Here is a review you can take with you. 1. You are going to be misread. Anticipate this without anger. Let it develop your patience. 2. Do not justify yourself to every reflection. Decide where to use your energy. Save your peace for the efforts that count. 3. Hold your light without making it a show. Let your actions speak without a megaphone. Goodness that needs applause is just acting. Goodness that seeks God is devotion. 4. Check for your own projections. Before you criticize, clean your own view. Before you pass on a story, be sure you are not tinting it with your own old pain. 5. Embrace times of holy solitude. In those moments, a more real validation grows. You learn to be seen by the one who never misunderstands a heart. 6. Maintain a soft border. You can love someone without being open to their harm. You can forgive without rejoining a pattern of abuse. 7. Ask for peace for those who see you wrongly, not as a superior act, but as a way to free yourself. Ask that their mirrors be polished. Ask that yours be polished, too. A clear mirror helps both the one looking and the one being seen. 8. Know that both compliments and critiques fade. Do not consume either one too fast. They are both potent. Dilute them with remembrance and let them exit your body. 9. Select small, daily refinements over big, dramatic fixes. True transformation is concealed in tiny, steady actions done with a pure motive. 10. Believe that your narrative is held by the one who created it. You don't need to broadcast your own virtue. A witness is already watching who never rests. Finally, a last picture. Picture yourself holding a little lamp in a big room. Some people move closer to warm themselves. Some squint and move back. Some look away and mutter that the light is irritating. Some toss a rag over your lamp and insist that shadows are better. Your task is not to make people appreciate the light. Your task is to keep the wick neat and the oil full. Your task is to carry that lamp where you are guided to go. Your task is to stand without showing off, to walk without ill will, to talk without meanness, and to sit without arrogance. You will not be perfect every day. Nobody is. On the days you stumble, ask for more strength. On the days you do well, ask for protection from pride. On every day, be thankful for the opportunity to carry anything at all. If you have been labeled, if you have been pushed aside, if you have been turned into a symbol for issues that are not yours, just breathe. You are not by yourself. Many who carry quiet virtue have walked this exact path. Some soured and their light went out. Some became more gentle and their light learned to shine even further. Select gentleness that has strength. Select clarity that has compassion. Select truth that has tenderness. Choose to be a mirror that reflects both the problem and the potential without overstating either. Choose to be a window that invites air, not a door that shuts. You wondered at the start, what did I do? This is the plainest reply. You were clarity in a location that liked confusion. Do not debate the darkness, just be bright. Do not try to shout over the noise, just be clear. Do not bow to every look. Face the one gaze that counts. In that gaze, you are seen, valued, and protected. In that gaze, you can quit defending your heart and finally start to live from it. Protect your virtue, but do not advertise it. Keep your motives pure, but do not feel you must prove them. Learn to be quiet when quietness is an act of faith. Learn to speak when speaking is an act of compassion. Move ahead with a light in your heart, a request on your lips, and a patience that can outlive any misunderstanding. If you do this, the reflections will still be many, and the tints will still be different, but your core will remain stable. The world will say many things. The one will say what is real. That is sufficient. You are a mirror, keep it polished. You are a lamp, keep it burning. And when the room cannot handle your light, do not be shocked, be stable. God moves his light through those he picks. That is not a weight you requested. It is a trust you can fulfill. Stand, shine, forgive, and move on.